So when you go to download a metronome on your phone, make sure you get one that has the ability to go up and down by 1 beat per minute. So the name of the one I use is called Tempo. So if you search Tempo metronome, you should be able to find out. I think the free version has everything that you need, and the pro version is not even $5. So definitely worth getting. Alright, so I'm going to demo this stuff at some various speeds. So yeah, when you're working these things up, you got to make sure you always end it on a perfect take. Like you're gonna get to a point where it gets difficult. It might be a mental thing that's holding you back. It could be physical. Mental, like making sure you can actually hear everything, line up the click correctly, and physical, just because your arm's getting too tired to go on any further. So my rule of thumb is basically if it's taking like more than 5 attempts to finally get a take, then I get the take. When I finally do get a take, I'll stop. We can start talking more as we could progress. Things to do when you get stuck, but just keep it simple right now. Just get in the habit of building the habit of going up by 5 beat per minute increments every time you get it right. And no matter how fast you get, the next time you practice, start at 60. Very, very important. You want to have all those slow build-ups, so this way it's not just about going faster, it's also about making sure you hear the rhythm correctly, and you just develop a good feel for putting all the notes in the right space, and bridging the gap between playing slow and playing fast. So you're going to develop far more control over what's happening. So I'm in standard tuning. Probably should have asked what you're tuned to. I know you're down tuned. So yeah, what are you tuned to? So the rhythm here is 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. So when I pick slower, I'm using my thumb, which you're not going to be able to do because if you always have your thumb bent like this means you would have to straighten your thumb for a downstroke, and we never want to do that because that would mean the pick's going to go in the wrong direction. So that's how I'm doing it. I'm starting with my thumb flat, pick basically flat against the string, and then I push down for the downstroke, up for the upstroke. That's what I'm doing. You're welcome to try it. But anyway, I'm just letting you know what's going to happen when I play slow, so this way I can talk about what happens when I go faster. So I'm going to demo this at different speeds. Here we go at 60. 1, 2, tap your foot. To 120 next. Yeah, I'm just doing different speeds here just so you can compare what you're doing to what I'm doing. So you still go up by 5s. Okay? 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm still able to do a lot of thumb movement at that pace. Alright, 180. This is where I know my wrist starts to help out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite a bit of wrist movement there. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel my arm like helping out a little bit, but it's still mostly wrist, I'd say. 20, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, the faster I get to this point, the more my arm, wants to help out, like playing from the elbow. So as you get faster, just let things happen naturally. As long as it sounds good, that's the most important thing. And let the mechanics, your picking mechanics, change gradually. So this way you start to learn what happens, what needs to happen in order to play different things. Alright, 240, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Moving on to number 2. Think about playing very, very light. And yeah, rest your arm on the body of the guitar so you're not strumming like this. You're strumming. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some wrist turning. Actually, your forearm is turning the wrist. But yeah, just kind of pivoting on the for the elbow too. You don't want to have your shoulder moving the arm back and forth. So, yeah, and having this, like a 10-minute timeout is going to be good because you're going to be going. You could probably get going really fast with this thing, but you're also going to get used to hearing the click go really fast. And I want you to just stick with the eighth notes now. And yes, I want you to start doing 60 every single time. You might not get bored doing it. I hope you don't, but it's only going to be a week. So, well, we can do more interesting progressions and whatnot as we go, but yeah, I just really want to get that arm to loosen up and not start so tense. So, think like you're strumming with a feather. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely tap your foot. At the slower speeds, you'll want to tap every time the metronome clicks. When it gets going too fast, you'll probably just tap on beats 1 and 3. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong chord. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 2, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 280. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more at 320. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no idea how far you'll get in just 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes probably good on this, but you're not going to be pushing yourself too far in terms of speed, and this is just to get you loosened up. 10 minutes on this too, no more. So this way you're not burning yourself out. So number 1 is definitely going to be the speed thing. This, again, number 2 and number 3 is to just loosen you up. Alright, 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and keep the shoulder out of it as much as you can. So none of this, just this. Rest that arm on the body of the guitar. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 280. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more speed at 320. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. That's the stuff to do for the first week. If you can write down the day and how fast you get with each thing, that would be really good. So this way we can take a look at how it started in the week and how it progressed throughout the week. So that information is very useful, very helpful. So if any questions come up, please let me know. I'll see you again next week.